Was you this time.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I've got Anjali Gill here with us, and she is one of our fantastic agents here at Keller Williams Tampa Properties. And the reason that we're going to speak to her today, not only is she fabulous, and yet we want to speak to her today to find out more about how she's raised her business. So her business year over year is up by 99%. Now, personally, I'm like, why could you not find that other 1% and hit 100? And
Trust me,
her
it's
business
me.
is up 99% year over year, and she had a good year last year too. So it's not like it's 99% over 100 grand of production. So what I wanted to start with is just tell us a little bit more about what you would attribute all of that growth to.
I think one of the big things for me, hi everyone. Firstly, I'm Anjali Gill. I'm the team leader here of Lucido Global, which is a global expansion team within Keller Williams, with a #2 expansion team. So, and that really answers the question as to what I attribute my success to, and this huge shift has been joining Lucido Global. I know a team is not for everyone, and yet I'm the kind of person who thrives around others. I don't do well as an island. I can't sit in my house in my little niche over there and be successful. I tried that for a bit, it didn't work. I think what works for me is coming into the office, being surrounded by everyone in this fabulous office in real life and virtually with my wonderful Lucido family. They keep me accountable, they keep me motivated. There is so much knowledge sharing, and I think that's one of the big reasons for my growth.
Well, and I think here's the funny thing about that point is that for the people that, because you said it, like a team is not for everybody, and yet everything that you just said can be found without a team. I mean, accountability can be found in many different ways. So, so that's awesome. So it sounds like not only the team, which is fantastic, and a lot of it is the accountability that brought to you.
A lot of it, especially when, it's fine when you're a single agent on your own, then you set your own pace. And human beings have this wonderful ability to make excuses, and find
For
reasons.
real.
Yeah, not to do things. And I guess when you are accountable and in a team or even in an office environment like our market center here, you are that much more focused and driven. So that was a big deal for me.
That's awesome. What did you do before real estate?
Well, before real estate, I have always been in marketing and advertising, basically brand management.
Okay.
I was in advertising in India. Then, thanks to my husband, he moved us to the Middle East where we worked. I was in Muscat in Oman. I was running an advertising agency there for a few years, then moved back to India and more advertising, and then came here. I worked at Nielsen out here as the director of marketing for the global operations division. Oh, and I did 1 year as a preschool teacher, which I think was the highlight of my entire career. 13, 14 3-year-olds, best time ever.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that part. That's cool. That's so random compared to everything else you've ever done.
And that was just because my daughter was in the preschool. And the principal saw me during a vacation Bible school and said, "Hey, I'd love for you to come in and teach." And I was like, "Ooh, I have no clue what to do." But it was so much fun. I loved it.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. What would you say your superpower is?
My superpower, being a mom.
Yeah.
But in business, I think it's being able to make people comfortable. Because once you can relate to them, you mirror and match them, you relate to them, you get them comfortable. That's when they start to open up to you. That's when they start to get to know, like, and trust you. And, that's when all the walls people normally have you can start chipping away at it.
Well, not only is that true, because I know you, the funny thing is, you said being a mom first, that's a very maternal quality. So
Absolutely.
that was the accurate answer all along. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I believe babysitting is a huge part of real estate.
I'm not going to lie, that's accurate. It's all
I always
good.
say this is the first job I've had where I've put my MBA in marketing and my psychology degree to complete use.
Oh, look, that's absolutely true. It's real estate brings out the crazy. I'm guilty of it too. I think most realtors, when they purchase and or sell, we know it brings out the crazy, and it's just all good. It's what it is. Who's somebody that you admire and why?
Okay, that's a huge, long list, but I
I'll
think the
just pick
first,
one.
if it comes to on a non-work front, that would be my husband.
Okay.
I mean, that man, if anyone knows me even a little, they'll know that man is someone who needs a huge, big award, having put up with me for 25 years or so. Admirable in itself. No, but he is the most amazing, level-headed, fabulous human being. But if it comes to work, I would say Bob Lucido,
Okay.
the person who founded the Lucido Global team that I'm a part of. And that's a big part of why I joined the team, because even though he is this mega agent, he's the number one luxury agent in all of Keller Williams worldwide. But that man still goes and door knocks every weekend. He still holds an open house every weekend. He is in the trenches. He is still working. He is so real, so humble. I mean, if you just met him randomly, you would never imagine he was this huge agent. And I think that is something that is commendable. He really puts the whole God, family, and then work principle to, personifies it. And that humility and dedication is amazing.
That's awesome. That is awesome. What habit do you think has made you most successful?
I love that question. um, I don't know. Wow. Can we edit this part out? What habit has made? I don't know what one habit it would be. Next question.
You're hilarious. I bet you're going to come up with an answer.
Of
What?
course, right after we end this, I will. I'll have it.
Well, gosh, maybe this one's easier then. What habit have you developed that you would most like to change?
Procrastination.
You and like 90% of realtors, right? Actually, probably higher than 90%.
Yeah, 110% of realtors. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I could get rid of that, I'd be so much more successful.
Yeah, I hear you. Tell me, what's something that you're willing to share, of course, that most people wouldn't know about you?
That I speak 7 languages.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
And that
I
if
can
I
barely
had
remember
money,
English most days.
sorry.
I can barely remember English most days. What were you saying? What was the thing?
But Hudson, darling, you speak American, you don't speak English. I'm sorry. I just love bringing that in because my daughter speaks American as well, and she keeps correcting me, and I'm like, no, I speak English. So,
So proper.
so Papa,
I love it.
actually,
So when you're in a rut or maybe like a victim mentality type of mindset, what is your go-to to get out of it?
come to the office.
Okay.
That's
I
an
like
easy
that
one.
answer.
That's an easy one. It is my pick me up, vitamin B12 pill, whatever you call it. I just come to the office. The energy out here, the people out here, the wonderful agents out here, they just kind of lift you up and make you get up and go. Whether
Yeah.
it's, by helping you with it's it blew my mind when I first started here that every one of us here is vying for that same piece of the pie, and yet nobody will think twice before reaching out and helping you and sharing their things with you. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not a general real estate practice. I'm pretty sure it's, um, I've never been in another office and or with another company, and I have no intentions of because I love Keller Williams. But I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen everywhere. The culture in this place, the friendliness, the camaraderie, that's my pick me up. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a culture of sharing and caring. I mean, it's why that I've stayed with the company for so long, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what's the best mistake you've ever made? So in other words, what's something that felt like a mistake at the time and ended up being a fabulous thing that happened to you or that you chose to do?
Best mistake. I don't make mistakes. I'm perfect. Didn't you know that?
Oh, that's so cute. I've met you. You're close and all, and yet I would not quite say that's accurate.
99.3.
Very, very close. Just like your growth in the business.
That's what I was saying, 99.3.
Yeah. So think about just something that at the time you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. Or I can't believe this happened. And then in the end, it ended up being something that was a blessing.
Getting married? I don't know.
Oh, well, you're gonna if this goes on, well, when this goes on Facebook, you're gonna have to block your husband.
I started off by being nice to him in the beginning. Did you see that?
Yes,
Yes.
you led with kindness.
Yes. I don't know. I think one of the things that I thought was a mistake, which I thought was a good thing at a time. Can I flip that question? So what was I thought was a no? Okay.
Go
One
for
of the
it.
things
You
that I
answer. Yeah.
thought was a mistake, and I was not a mistake, but something that I was not sure of was joining a team.
Okay.
Because I'd been on a team previously and I did not want to join another team. I'm talking about joining Lucido.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was very iffy about it, but it's turned out to be the biggest blessing ever. I could not say enough.
Yeah. That's awesome. If you weren't in real estate today, what would you do?
I'd be back in marketing and advertising.
Okay.
That's something I truly enjoy. It's what I've done. I've launched brands and things like that my whole life. So yeah, probably go back to that.
Okay. What would you say your proudest achievement is?
My gorgeous 16-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's so sweet. I like that.
Yes,
Very, very
absolutely
good.
my proudest achievement. But on the business side, on the real estate front, I would say being asked to be a team leader for this wonderful team, which when I took it on, I did not realize just how big Lucido Global was, or that they were at the time the #1
Pretty
expansion.
big.
Yeah, no, I did not do my homework evidently, and I thought they were just another expansion team. And so, yeah, I think that would be my biggest achievement.
Awesome. That's great. If you could give just one piece of advice to either a newer agent or maybe an agent that was struggling, whether to break through a ceiling or they still haven't gotten their feet off the ground, what would that one piece of advice be?
Just stick to it. Just do what you're told in all the millions of classes that Keller Williams provides. All of us who go through without doing it, when we look back, it's always like, oh my gosh, I should have checked off every box of that. But honestly, just it's hard. It's really hard. It's not, success is simple. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just stick to what you're taught in Keller Williams, and it's simple. You will get success at the end of it. It's not going to happen instantly. Not all of us were born and brought up in this area that you know everyone, so it's easy. A lot of us are in plants like me and have no social circle, no anything, and you've got to start from ground zero. Just know that you can still do it even if you don't have any contacts. Just get out there and stick to it. Don't give up. If the what really separates an average agent from an agent that is successful is the speed at which you get up and dust off your clothes.
Yeah.
Because we all have times when you get hit. It could be because you lost a listing to someone. It could be because something went wrong. That's part of being human. That's part of life. It's going to happen. How fast you
Yeah.
recover and get back on that horse and keep riding is really what's going to define your success.
That's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, stick to it. And also don't be distracted. There's a lot of shiny objects out there.
Lots. And
You
don't
know what
spend
works,
your
stick to it.
money. Don't spend your money when you start on all those shiny objects, please. I know a lot of agents who've done it. Don't do it. There are a lot of cost effective, and even better still, there are lots of free means of lead gen.
So many free ways to lead generate. So yes, I am with you
Yeah,
there.
don't spend your money on.
Don't spend yourself out of the business before you ever got to make any money. Absolutely. If you had to pick, maybe you've chosen one, some people do. If you had to pick one word that was like your focus for 2021, like your word for 2021, what would that be?
It's not a word, it's two words. We
That's
can
okay.
eliminate it and make it one, lead gen.
Lead gen. Oh, I like that. I can't wait till our next meeting.
Yes.
You tell me about all the lead gen you've done. I know it's your favorite.
Oh yeah, I love it. I just love it as much as all of you out there, all you new agents. Trust me, I've been in the business a few years, but I still hate it as much as all of you do, but you still got to do it. And that's the important thing.
Yeah, I love it. Those are my questions, my dear.
Well, thank you.
You passed. Did you ever think of the habit that's made you most successful?
I would say networking, maybe.
See, I knew you'd have an answer.
Yeah, because a lot of my businesses come from my SOI, and that is really from networking. And um, it always makes people laugh when I say this, but I'm going to say it all the same. I am intrinsically a very shy person.
Okay, I can see why people laugh.
No, I promise you, I am in. Ask my husband if you ever meet him because he's the only one that could testify to this. I really am. The one thing that took me out of my comfort zone and made me less shy has been real estate because
Yeah.
I've just had to go out and start talking to random people. Now, of course, my family kind of cringes and dies every time they go out with me because they're like, don't start another conversation about real estate. But that is, I think, the one habit that I got into of just going out there and talking to people, even when I didn't know them, which earlier the old me would have just died
Shriveled and
before I
died, right? Yeah.
no way in hell I could have done it. My face would have been bright red, and there's no way I would have done it. But now I find a way, when I talk to people, no matter who it is, my server at a restaurant, the cashier at Publix, whoever, or the whatever you call the person who checks you out, I will find some way to bring, as a joke, use a lot of humor, as a joke, bring something about real estate into it. I mean, I went to my gynecologist's office and I had a pending, outstanding bill that I had no knowledge of, and we were trying to sort it out. And I got talking to their finance person, and of course, I brought in real estate, and turns out he was thinking about selling and buying, and that was, buy and sell that came out of talking to the guy who handles the books at the gynecologist's office. So just worm it into every conversation.
I love it. It's the truth. It's the
Yeah.
truth. Well, I appreciate you being so willing to share and have a little fun with me today. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of the year, what we've got left of it.
Well, I'm sure with you being at the helm and steering this ship, I don't compliment easily, but I mean it when I say you're awesome. And I think we're all lucky to have you. You can see a palpable change. It's fun. It's nice. That's what brings people in. And you and Michelle are rocking it. Y'all are doing an awesome job. So thank you.
Well, you're awesome as well, and I appreciate you.